Hello friends, I'm so glad you're here with me today. Thank you so much. Just a few things have changed for us over the past few years, and one of those things may be the size of our pores. So today I'm excited to share with you tips on how to minimize the look of large pores for those of us with mature skin who are in our 50s and beyond. If you're new to this channel, a special welcome to you. My name is Elise and I'm a professional working makeup artist who's passionate about helping those of us who are 50 plus look our very best so we can look on the outside how we feel on the inside. Every Thursday you'll find a new video on my channel, and if you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon below the video and to the right, you'll automatically be notified each time a new video is available. And I thank you so much if you decide to do so. So let's dive into today's topic, pores. Some of us may have always had large facial pores, or we may have noticed that over the past few years, our pores have just started to look a little larger. I remember about 6 years ago looking at my nose and the area around it and not thinking that my pores looked terribly large. Then all of a sudden, about 3 years ago, I remember looking in my magnifying mirror, which was probably a mistake, and thinking, whoa, what happened? It seemed like overnight I saw large pores on my nose and on both sides of my nose. Although it's not possible to reduce the size of our pores, the good news is that there are ways to make them look less noticeable. Pores are where the hair follicles exit the skin and where the oil gland exits the skin. There are two types of pores. One releases the body's natural oil, which is called sebum. The other releases sweat. The size of our pores is largely determined by genetics, but there are two other factors which cause them to look enlarged. The first thing that causes them to look enlarged is the production of excessive sebum. This occurs when your sebaceous gland produces a lot of oil and you have oily skin. The second factor is decreased elasticity around the pore. As we age, we naturally lose the elasticity in the surrounding skin that supports the pores, which in turn causes them to look larger. So let's first talk about the 8 things that we can do for our skin to help our pores look less visible. And then we'll focus on how we can minimize the look of large pores through some makeup techniques. The first thing we can do for our skin to help make our pores look less visible is to choose water-based products rather than oil-based products, especially if we have oily skin. This helps us avoid getting extra oil in our pores. Number 2, it's important to wash our face both in the morning and in the evening. And third, if you have oily skin, choose a gel-based cleanser rather than a moisturizing cleanser. This is because moisturizing cleansers can leave residue in the pores, which increase oiliness. A gel-based cleanser, on the other hand, helps clear out oil from your pores. Fourth, exfoliate your skin 1 to 2 times a week. This helps remove dirt, dead skin cells, and also excess oil, which can block pores. Look for products that contain salicylic acid, which is a natural acid that helps release debris from pores. But one caveat here, if your skin gets too dry, your pores can also look bigger. So if you have dry skin, you may want to exfoliate once a week rather than twice a week. And by the way, when dead skin cells get clogged deep inside a pore, it creates a dark shadow, and that's why a blackhead looks black. It's actually the shadow of the sides of the pore, and if the clog is more toward the surface, it's a whitehead. Fifth, and I imagine this is something that almost all of you do regularly, use a moisturizing lotion, not a moisturizing cleanser, daily. Moisturizing cleansers may clog pores, but moisturizing lotion is beneficial since it hydrates and softens the skin. This allows the sebum to penetrate more deeply rather than sit in the pores on the surface of your skin. So in this way, moisturizing lotion prevents pores from becoming clogged with oil. Sixth, you may want to try using a clay mask. This formulation helps remove the oil from pores, which helps them from becoming enlarged. But don't do this on the same day that you exfoliate your skin. Seventh, and I can't imagine frankly that you aren't already doing this, but be sure to remove all your makeup before going to bed. Obviously, makeup, bacteria, and oil can build up in our pores and block our pores. This stretches the pore, making it look bigger. And if the pore remains clogged, a pimple can develop. And sad to say, even now, as I'm sure you've experienced, we can absolutely still develop pimples. And eighth, wear sunscreen. Not only can sun damage be very drying to our skin, but even more importantly, it leads to degradation of collagen, which makes pores look larger. There are also a few other things which can help, and your dermatologist is really the very best person to talk to regarding these other products and treatments that I'm going to be talking about. The first of these products is prescription retin A or over-the-counter retinols. In addition to reducing fine lines and wrinkles, retinol can help exfoliate our skin and help prevent clogging of pores. It can also help build collagen, which helps keep our skin firm. And by the way, if you'd like to learn more about retinols and other skincare products which can really make a difference for our skin, especially if we're over 50, I've put a link in the description box below to another video which you may find helpful. It's called 6 Skincare Musts for Women 50 Plus and 5 Game-Changing Skincare Products. Chemical peels can also help. Laser resurfacing therapies can help build collagen, and there are very non-invasive technologies all the way up to far more intense treatments. And radiofrequency treatments and also ultrasound therapies can also help. But as I mentioned, do absolutely check with your dermatologist about these types of treatments. Now let's talk about the ways we can use makeup products and techniques to help our pores look less visible. You've probably heard of pore minimizing primers that you apply after moisturizer and before foundation. There are both pore filling primers and pore blurring primers. Pore filling primers will give you the very best results. I'd like to mention a few pore filling primers that have produced really good results for many women. First of all, Clinique's Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfector comes in 3 different colors: Invisible Light, Invisible Bright, and Invisible Deep. And let me show you what that looks like. This is Clinique's Pore Refining Solutions Perfector. Another product which some people rave about is NYX Pore Filler. This is a drugstore product, but I have to tell you that I looked online for reviews of this product and it received totally mixed reviews. Some were 5-star, some were 1-star. It was all over the board. The people who loved it really loved it, and the people who didn't like it really didn't like it. What I have heard is that it's a rather thick cream, so you really only need a tiny bit, and you really have to rub it in. 5 other higher-end products include one by Smashbox called Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Oil-Free Primer. Benefit has another one called Benefit Pore-fessional. Origins makes the Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willowherb. And Kiehl's makes a Micro Blur Skin Perfector with lipohydroxy acids and bark and lentil extracts. Let me also mention 2 pore blurring products, which are often recommended. The first one is Maybelline Master Primer, and the second is YSL Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat Blur Primer. As you can tell, I don't speak French. I'm going to demonstrate Clinique's Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfector product, and I'm going to be using the Invisible Light. You can apply this alone or over or under makeup. Let me show you how it works. First, I'm going to take off the foundation and concealer from my nose area because that's where I have the most problem with pores. And I'm sure you can see those pores. They're quite visible now. So I'm going to take Clinique's Pore Refining Solutions Perfector product, and I'm going to take a little bit out, and it is fairly thick, as you can see, and I'm going to dab it onto my nose. Now, you might get a color that works into your skin tone, and that's all you need. This one is a little bit light for me. So I would probably put foundation over it. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of pressing it into the skin area. And then I'm going to take a little bit of foundation and I'm going to gently just press it over that whole area where I just applied the Clinique product. And I'm coming at it from different angles and really pressing it in. Now I think you can see what a difference that makes. I need to put the foundation actually over the product. Now during the day, you might also want to carry the pore perfecting product with you, and you can always just dab a little bit on over the course of the day if you need to touch it up. If you've tried any of these products, please let us know your thoughts on them in the comments section below. I know that would be helpful to all of us. With these products, it's very important how you apply them. As you saw, I was really pushing the product in. First, apply them only where you have large pores. And second, as I demonstrated, push the product into your skin with your fingers and then use a small, rounded, stiff bristle brush to further push the product into your skin. Use circular motions to the left and right using firm pressure, and then press down with your fingers again. Let me show you a couple examples of brushes that might work. This is actually an eyeshadow brush from Real Technique, but it's very firm and it's rounded on top, and I think would work extremely well for this. This is a slightly smaller brush that also is quite firm with a domed top. So what I would do is I would push it in with the brush and then I would go over it again with my fingers. Or perhaps you can get away with just using your fingers or with just using your brush. Experiment and see what works best for you. You can also add a light application of powder, but again, it's important how you apply it. Use a powder puff and fold it in half and then dab off any excess powder and then press the powder into the puff well and then press the powder onto the area where you've applied your primer and or your foundation. Let me demonstrate that for you. So what I'm going to do is take a small powder puff like this and I'm going to just bend it in half. Then I tapped a little bit of powder into the cap of my powder. Press this in firmly, the powder into the puff, and then I'm going to press very firmly onto my nose. You can either use a tinted powder or a translucent powder, whatever you feel is going to work best for you. I just used a translucent powder. And finally, certain concealers can also minimize the look of pores. The application technique would be exactly the same. Thoroughly press the concealer into the skin, working in several different directions. I hope you found these tips helpful, and if so, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. And I encourage you to share this video with any friends or family members who might also have issues with pores if you think they would find it helpful. And as I mentioned earlier, if you've tried any of these products, please let us know in the comments section below how they've worked for you. And if you've found any great pore reducing products or techniques, I also hope you'll share those with us in the comments section as well. Thanks so much for giving me the gift of your time today. I so appreciate it. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And most importantly, during these challenging times, I hope you stay well. Take care. See you next time.